Today is our last day in Paris. Well, not really, we have one more day, but it's the last day where everything's open because it is New Year's tonight. We are trying to get done with 3 things today. So we're getting our photos taken. This is something we started doing in Dublin, and we really like. It's kind of fun to have nice photos of the places we go visit. So we got some pictures taken near the Eiffel Tower, and we'll get photos back in a week. So expect us to throw a lot of photos on Instagram next week of Paris. And next up is going to Versailles. That's our big thing. We want to go check out the palace, especially the gardens, before heading down to the Eiffel Tower to watch the fireworks. So Versailles is about an hour away from Paris. We took one of the regional trains there. Because it was so far away, this was a Barbara and Peter solo adventure. We're from Idaho. An hour means nothing to us in travel time, but everyone else thought that was a little too far. So we headed off the train and took a nice short little walk to the palace. Inside the palace, we got to see the different rooms of everyone important and royal, and they were all decorated up. I wanted to see the opera house because I thought that'd be really cool because it's a palace with its own opera house. Apparently it's still a functioning opera, so you have to get opera tickets to get into the opera house. Theater aside, I was astonished at how big the paintings got. Every time you saw a big painting, you're like, wow, that's a really big painting. And then you go to the next room and there'd be a larger painting and a larger painting and a larger painting. So look at that through the B-roll. You'll notice that some of the paintings just get slowly larger with every room. It's really cool. Near the end of the tour, we got to the Hercules room. So this has the big ceiling that's painted depicting Hercules finishing his 12 tasks before we actually headed into the king's rooms. And these were so packed, all I got were some shaky footage shots because they were shoulder to shoulder packed, and we kind of just pushed our way through till we got to the Hall of Mirrors. This was apparently the place to be seen back in royal time. So we got a few selfies there. And what was nice is this was a little less packed than the king's room, so we kind of had a moment to breathe, catch our breaths, and before continuing on with our tour. And finally, to end our tour of Versailles, we got outside to take a look at the gardens. This is what we were both most excited to see. It's admittedly the wrong time of year to really be checking out gardens, but we got on Les Petites Trains to do a little ride around the estate, and so we got to see the different little mini houses and cool fountains that are set up. My favorite by far was the mini palace outside the main palace to go escape for when the palace was a bit too much. While we were also driving by, we got to see the truckload of fireworks arriving, so we know there's going to be a huge party here tonight. After that, it was getting pretty late, so we headed back to Paris, had some dinner before heading down to the Eiffel Tower to see the fireworks down there. And as midnight approached, they lit up the Eiffel Tower. They did the twinkle show that we saw one of the first nights we were here. And that's when we realized there were no fireworks. We went home, made some mocktails, and enjoyed a YouTube recording of the fireworks that we missed. Thanks for watching.